I'm Andrew Phillips, Managing Director at CIBC Innovation Banking in Boston. It's an incredibly exciting experience to work with the people that come out of the Research Hub in Boston within the educational ecosystem. It's some of the most impressive, ambitious, and intelligent and educated workforce in the world. And as you can imagine, the companies and ideas that spin out of that ecosystem are pretty incredible. Helping a company achieve growth ultimately is the reason why I do this, or any one of my colleagues across the platform does this. It's incredibly fulfilling to see our clients grow, achieve their dreams, and help influence and make a meaningful impact on the world. The secret to succeeding in supporting a breakthrough company is both understanding the vision, understanding the value add, and then articulating the vision to a broader group of investors and other potential partners to help support that company's growth. Interestingly, I value what I can bring to the table aside from debt, almost as important or more important than actual debt financing. Capital can be a commodity, and there's plenty of capital available to the right businesses or good businesses. At the same time, though, the harder part of the equation is providing the right ideas, the right support in a number of different ways in strategic areas. That's where I think a banker can really add value for its client.